Hey guys, what's up? What's going on today? Welcome to Talking with Tracy. And today I'm welcoming a very special guest, Mark Douglas. Mark is the brains behind The Mental Marketer. Mark is from Houston, Texas, where he serves his online audience in building online brands and affiliate marketing. He has a world of experience behind him, having degrees in business management from both the San Antonio College and the University of Texas at San Antonio. Mark has owned his own business as well as has an extensive background in sales and marketing. And today he's going to share his journey through entrepreneurship and share with you his online marketing techniques and maybe tricks and give us a few tips along the way. So Houston, we have a problem solver. Welcome, Mark. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you so much for that amazing introduction, Tracy.
How
Yes.
fun. I had to throw in the Houston, we have a problem there. It's like I couldn't
Oh,
resist.
let me tell you that I was actually born and raised in Los Angeles, in a suburb in Los Angeles, California. So
Okay.
yes, so if my family hears you say that I'm from Houston, they'll say,
Oh,
are you claiming Houston now?
oh
so
yeah. No,
so
family, listen up. I meant he's living there now, but we
yes,
know he's from the awesome state of California where he misses and loves you.
yes. So I do find myself now in Houston, Texas. Yes.
Amazing. That's quite a transfer from California to Texas.
I can hear my sisters now saying that you just went to Texas and now you don't care about us anymore.
Oh,
That could be nothing farther from the truth. I love my California roots, but
absolutely.
I also love where I'm living now in the state of Texas. There's some uh, you can't really compare the two. Well, you could compare the two, but I love California for the weather,
Mm-hmm.
and I love Texas for the food and the living expenses.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. California is expensive.
Yes.
It's mind blowing what homes cost out there compared to even where we're at. It's a much better deal out here in Michigan. You just don't get the weather that you get in Texas. I would definitely go to Texas before Michigan.
Yes. And it's it's interesting because I've had one of my closest sisters. Well, she's the closest in age to me, because I come from a family of nine. I'm
Wow,
actually
I was going to say, wait a minute, how many sisters do you have? You're very blessed. How lucky you are. So you're one of nine. Where do you fall in that lineup?
yes, I'm the youngest. So
Yeah, okay. I'm the youngest of three.
oh, you are? Yes. So they tend to think that I'm the spoiled one, but
Yeah.
but my sister that's closest to me, growing up, we probably didn't have the best relationship. We were we really butt heads a lot growing up, but
Yeah.
now we've grown up and we're just really the best of friends. And she
Awesome.
and she hasn't been on social media the entire time. She hadn't been on social media until recently. So
Yeah.
yes, until recently, and I got a friend request from her, and I said, something must be going wrong. I got a friend request from Marlena Douglas. She
Yeah. Is
says,
this a virus? I just need to make sure it's you.
yes, I want to make sure there's no identity stolen
Yeah.
here. And she tells me, yes, I had to because her son was graduating, and
Oh,
they were having the graduation online. So that's what forced her hand. That's what forced her hand.
wow.
And I told her, I said, now I can't talk about you without you finding out.
Yeah, right. She's like, you're talking about me on social media when, I don't even know you're doing it, but it's
Yeah,
always good. So, right?
yes, yeah.
Okay.
I'd
Better
always
be.
talk. Yes, I'd always talk about her as my sister who's not on social media. I can't say
Yeah,
that anymore now.
right. Right. Now she has a whole nother world in front of her to dive into and explore. It's pretty cool. Are you
Yes.
going to teach her some stuff?
Um, I don't know. I think she'll probably still be in the background. I think she'll probably still be in the background, but she has a tendency to think that I'm the more adventurous one. So I'm really more adventurous with trying things and being able to put myself out there because that's
Hmm.
not an easy thing to do,
Right.
especially on social media. It's not easy to put yourself out in front of people for good or bad.
Right.
We'll say the criticism,
That's
you know.
right. And you're
Yeah.
like, why don't you try it? It's not that easy all the time.
Well, can you relate? Because I know I have friends online that are skeptical of saying things because they are concerned about what others will say about their
Oh,
posts.
oh, for sure. I think that's a worldwide phenomenon that even people won't comment because it's like this whole like part of going back to Russell Brunson, but he talks about the status part of it, like you're either moving towards a status or away from something else. And I think that people get really scared to just come online and speak freely. And we always have to be mindful that you only talk about what you'd want on Channel 9 News, not your whole life story. Like, I mean, there's people that choose to go there, but yeah, the more popular you get, the more you're open yourself up to criticism. And so I think people are very reluctant to even comment or support you, maybe because you don't have a million followers. So, it's kind of weird. It kind of makes you feel like in one way you're like, oh, I know where my true friends are. But then you also have to maybe not feel that way and kind of understand that it is a difficult thing for people don't like to put themselves out there because there's some nasty, nasty people out there that, like to get nasty, and there's trolls and all that group of negativity that seems to come along with the positive. So yeah, I absolutely experienced that. Um,
Mhm, mhm.
yeah, like there'll be some people that interact all the time but a lot of people don't like to. But I think they like to watch and follow along.
Yes, yes. I think the internet has just and oh well was not just the internet but social media has brought along a some phenomenons
Yeah.
or maybe they're not phenomenons but they are human behaviors in a different setting
Yeah,
in a
for
in a
sure.
in a different setting.
Absolutely. And I think it's easier for people to be mean and critical than, to make the effort to be supportive and compassionate or kind, or maybe understanding that what you're doing and coming out in the first place, and being on live or recorded video, it's not the easiest thing to do. So yeah, a little support along the way like is really a big deal. It's kind of like that whole phenomenon when there's a speaker and
Mhm, mhm.
maybe nobody claps. And it was really awesome what you just heard. And maybe one person claps, and before you know it, the whole room's clapping. It's almost like people need permission to
Yes.
express themselves and know that what they're doing is like the correct expression, or they'll, you know, that fear. So a lot of it is more, I think, personal to them than it is actually about you. Just like everything in life, right? It's always about them. That's why I kind of get that. That's where I get a little bit of the guts to come on here and do stuff, is because everyone's more involved with themselves and how they look, that they don't really care about you and how you look. So that's where you have to find the challenge of presenting interesting information. And then you might, start building up your support.
It's interesting because you always think it's about you. You always think that, oh, well,
Yeah.
what will people say about me? What will people think about me? But when you stop thinking about what others think about you, because they're not really about you.
That's right. They don't care. They just want to care how they look like responding to you, or, if they're even going to respond or give you the time of day or whatnot. Yeah. It's, it's,
Yes,
uh, it's a, it's a tough hurdle out there in the world of marketing. And do you even find that in business that you encounter this same sort of thing? Like maybe you have this awesome presentation or amazing offer, and people maybe don't come forward like you're expecting, and you're kind of wondering what's going on, and why not. And some of that, I think, is their fear, that their internalized fear.
it's the it's the needing of not wanting to be the first,
Yeah.
not wanting to be the first to raise their hand, but people will easily go into a line that people are already standing in, but no
Yeah,
one wants to go to the empty
that's
line over
right.
here. And it's not that, and the race doesn't go to the best. Unfortunately, it doesn't really go to the best. It really goes to the person who probably makes the most noise, makes
Right.
who
That's
yeah,
right.
who probably makes the most noise,
Mm-hmm.
and who is able to express them, who's able to get the attention and long enough in the crowded space that there is. And once you get the attention, then give them your message. That's
Wow.
and because how many people out there have a great product, have a
Mm-hmm.
great service, but no one knows about it. No
Yeah,
one,
they're not
yeah,
making the noise, they're not getting noticed. Boy, that's so true.
yes.
And yeah, and
Mhm.
and maybe
And
it goes back to that, he who spends the most money in marketing wins,
yes,
right?
yes. If you can get out, and you have to be seen because there's so much noise going on out there, but you have to also not be uh not be afraid to get that attention, because the
Mm-hmm.
attention is not always positive attention. The attention,
Yes.
the attention is not always positive attention. But and there was a saying in marketing that they would say, there's no such thing as bad publicity. Have you heard that
Mm-hmm.
saying before?
Oh yeah. Heard that
There's
one before. That's
which mhm,
go ahead.
yeah, which it could be said. I think it takes a strong person to know inside who you are, and to
Mm-hmm.
be very comfortable with who you are, and stand up for who you are. And this is what you believe in. And when you can stand up for who you are, what you believe in, then what others say about you won't affect how you still present.
That's
Because
right.
as long as you are just doing it, if you make a plan, don't let the doubters put their thoughts on you, because some people will say, wow, that seems like a tough task to take on. That seems tough.
Oh yeah.
Wow, are you sure? Or they'll say things like, oh, you only got 5 people. You only got 5 people to watch
Mm-hmm.
your presentation. What's wrong with you? I had someone
Mm-hmm.
ask me that once. What's wrong with
Man.
me?
Yeah.
What's wrong with me?
You're just like,
Well,
create some content, put it out there, and let's see what happens, because it's not you and your content. If people watched it, they'd be floored by all the amazement they would get and value that you'd provide, right? So
yes.
yeah, I used to encounter that a lot. I homeschooled for a long time, and so many moms, like I would say a million. Okay, I'm over exaggerating, but it was like a million
Close.
moms. Every single time, it was so predictable, would come up to me when they found out, they'd say I homeschooled. They'd say, wow, I would never have the patience for that. I would never be able to do that. And I would just think, wow, like you don't love your kids, or like you beat your kids. I don't know, like like it's such a weird response, but I think that people just don't see themselves in the role, or like when they don't understand what's going on, it's easy for them to just kind of put a big like reason why, like an excuse right away. Separate myself from that, and I'm not a part of it. So it, when you're providing content online, you're the the amount of viewers you get, I mean, that's almost typical. I even see some of the really big names, sometimes their stuff doesn't get a lot of comments, likes. It happens. Like, you just have to keep going back to it and putting more out. You just
Right,
don't give
right,
up.
right. And it's funny you mentioned that, because those little words that people say to you, if you're not, as I said, very confident in who you are, very, steadfast, and you know who you are, and you know what you're doing, and you know what your
Mhm.
goals are. If you get many of those, it can begin to break you down.
Mhm.
I think it can begin to break you down. Um,
Yeah.
and I teach entrepreneurship and funnel building skills, but there's always an element of mindset. There's
For
always an
sure.
element of mindset, and that's probably where the name the mental marketer comes from also,
Love it.
because marketing is an entrepreneurship is just as much a mental game as it is the mechanics.
Absolutely. It's probably 50-50. You have to have both. Yeah.
Yes,
So tell
yes.
me more about kind of your story, where it all began, what led you to like online marketing, or what opportunities did you see? Just kind of take me back and tell us who you are, and where you're going, and just give us the scoop.
The scoop. Well, thanks. I appreciate you asking me the questions, and I appreciate you having me on your Talking with Tracie.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
But it's interesting that we were talking about uh, not being able to express ourselves, and kind of listening to others, and being afraid to put our message out there.
Mm-hmm.
Being afraid to put our message out there. So I grew up in a suburb of Los Angeles. It was in a very nice neighborhood um, called Compton, California. And unfortunately, Compton, California is one of those cities that consistently, year after year, ends up on the top cities for crime. And that's
Okay.
and that's the type of city that I grew up in. I never felt gravitated towards that lifestyle, and I have to thank some very loving grandparents for shielding me from being swept away into that type of that environment. I was
Yeah.
probably given, I think I was told that I would either end up in jail or not living anymore. I
Wow.
probably, I probably never, just to be completely honest with you,
Mm-hmm.
I don't say this a lot, but when I was in my teens, I never, I never envisioned myself living past the age of 30.
Wow.
I,
That's because that was what you saw every day outside of your door. And
yes,
wow.
yes.
That
And
so you probably lived in a lot of fear being a child, and it's scary, and that was your reality. So yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, it's interesting that you say fear because that's exactly how I felt. That's exactly what I lived in. But I think it had become so much a part of me. The fear was so much a part of me that I didn't recognize it as being fear. I didn't
Mhm.
recognize it as being fear. It wasn't until later that I realized that this fear was directing my life.
Yeah.
The fear was directing my life. It was steering me away from opportunities, and it was steering me to other well, I'll say opportunities, but mostly, a lot of things that will accept you and are comforting aren't always the best for you.
Right. Yeah,
The
and
best
it's
for you.
easy to make the it's easy to make a bad choice than to do the right thing, or it's usually the harder choice you have to make because it's just, sometimes like you say, being able to stand up for what you believe in and knowing who you are can always give you that foundation to fall back on. But growing up as a kid, maybe you're not an adult mindset. You don't make those kind of decisions yet. Yeah.
Yes.
So you were
Yeah.
very lucky to have a strong family behind you to say like they're wise enough and old enough to see the reality of what avenue could have happened had you fallen in with the wrong crowd. Or so wow, like what a blessing you were giving to get
Yeah. Yeah.
um
Yeah.
the strength to pull you past that. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. I
you were so loved.
yeah, I had a granddad that shielded me. I have to say he shielded me. But
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm always forever eternally grateful. But
Hmm.
I'd also, I was a, I got pretty good grades in school.
Yeah.
And but college wasn't an option for me because we didn't have we couldn't afford to send me to college.
Yeah.
Yeah, my family, we didn't come from a lot, we didn't have a lot of money resources.
Right.
And
And you are one of 9 children, so I can only imagine. I mean,
yes,
right? It's
yes, yeah,
sometimes that's what drives you later in life, to work hard and to get what you want. But go ahead.
yeah, yes, yes.
Sorry.
So before I graduated high school, I made the decision that I would go into the military. The
Okay.
military, yeah, the military was going to yeah, it was going to pay for college for me, because
Right.
that was the enticing thing with me
Hmm.
going into the military. So I went into the military, but what it did for me also was it got me away from that environment. It got me exposed to a different world, and
Yeah.
I saw a world that wasn't violent. I saw
Hmm.
a world around me that wasn't violent, that was just open arms, and I love this world that I was in. And I went to the military, and I did uh, tours overseas, and I experienced a lot of different cultures.
Wow.
And then I got out of the military, came back, and then I decided to make my residence in Texas. So
Okay.
that's when I moved to Texas. It was immediately after the I got out of the military, and yeah, and that's pretty much been my residence ever since. And
Wow.
yeah, and I went to University of Texas in San Antonio. That's
Go, go. I don't know
that's
your
our,
mascot, but
that's our
I'm sure
road
that's part of
runners.
it.
Yeah, that's
Love
our
it.
road runners. Yeah,
All right.
and I graduated. Well, I graduated with an associate's degree in accounting, and then a bachelor's degree in marketing.
Okay. Very
And
cool.
after graduating, my my major goal was to get a job paying $30,000 a year.
Right, right. I know. I get it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's And
So
just breaking that way into getting a real job out of college is not an easy thing. It's not easy.
yes,
So
and
I
I
get
couldn't,
it.
I can't tell you where that falls along the minimum wage scale. I just know
Yeah,
that I don't know how much they're making out of college today. I don't
right. I
know.
don't know either, honestly. Yeah.
But I remember that was my goal. And you know what I did back then, Tracie?
What's
I
that?
uh I I wrote myself a list of the Forbes top 20 companies to work for. I,
Mm-hmm.
I wrote a list and I said, these are the companies that I'm going to go and work for. And I
Love
sent,
it. Love those high goals.
yeah, I sent the resume out to every single one of those companies, and every single one of those companies denied me.
Oh, the pain. I get it though. I get it. It's not easy. And just because you have that college degree is not a guarantee.
It's
Man.
definitely not. It's
Well,
definitely
you're in a
not.
huge ocean of people with college degrees looking for jobs, entry level. What experience do you have? Oh, you don't have experience? Oh, sorry.
Yes,
It
but
wasn't easy. I had the same trouble back then.
yes, but to be honest, I probably wasn't very qualified. You learn things in school, but
Yes,
learning in school and applying them
doing.
in real life are there's a gap between what's taught in school and or what works in real life.
Yeah,
Um,
almost like you're able to put those buzzwords on the resume that you've learned it or you know it, but you didn't really have the job like I get where they come from now being an older adult, but back then you're like you just sold this whole story that you get your degree and you're gonna just have an amazing job and have a wonderful life and make all this money. And it's like probably not everyone I know. I mean, maybe there's some that get lucky, but most for the most people I know that went the degree route, it wasn't that easy, and that wasn't the reality of what the outcome was based on what they sold you.
exactly.
So tell me what happened. So you applied to all these companies. It was a little bit of a dream crusher for you, I'm sure.
Well, you know what? I got hired by a company, and I'll never forget. Oh my gosh, yeah, I'll never forget. I got hired by the company, and I was going to be making $32,000 a year. $32,000 a year. Woo! Woo!
Yeah, and you achieved that goal, right? That was your goal. And
Yes,
that's a start.
32,000 a year. I would be uh, driving in a company car, and
Nice.
they were flying me out to Cleveland, Ohio for 2 weeks, and I was being paid.
Cool.
I would
Yeah.
I would use a company credit card, and then they would fly me to Arizona. Then they would fly me to Florida. Yeah, it was a great company.
So you got some good experiences out of that for sure.
Yeah, and it was in the insurance industry.
Okay.
It was in
Okay,
the
very cool.
it was in insurance, and I had never considered being an insurance adjuster. And it
Why
being
would
an
you?
yeah,
Like,
I don't think anyone makes a goal to be an insurance adjuster. But
no, it's one of those
but
things that happen.
exactly, it was the company that hired me at the time.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's
Yeah,
okay. Yeah.
yes, it was the company that hired me at the time, and so I took the job, and I ended up being in this industry for 20 years. And
Wow.
yeah, for 20 years. I started off with that company, but I I go in and I'm going to learn it. I'm going to use the skills. I'm going to be the best adjuster that I can be. And
Hmm.
that's what I did. I became sought after. Company wanted to pull me away. I went away to another company, and it was always in my mind at the time. It was always just I was chasing more money. Um,
Yeah.
I saw more money, and
Right.
I went to a company for more money that didn't pan out, and I learned
Yeah.
that it's not always about the money. It's really more of a long term, and that you're comfortable with the situation. And because of that, I'm able to turn down money today if it's not a great situation for me. But
And that,
I learned that lesson along the way.
yeah,
And
it takes that experience of being there to really understand it, right? Yeah.
yes, yes. And until eventually I got in a position with one of those companies on the Forbes top list of actually top 10 companies to work for.
Terrific. That's awesome. So you achieved an amazing goal that you set out. You just didn't realize that that would be the avenue that you would get there. What a wild story, right?
Yes, yes,
You just
yes,
never know.
yes. And that's probably right there at the story, at this at the working for this company consistently in the top 10 on the Forbes
Wow.
list of best companies to work for. And then, working from home out of my own uh, office, basically my home office.
Okay.
I got all the amenities, and then boo, I'm let go from that company.
Oh, no. They can't do that to you, Mark. Damn. All right.
Yes.
So
Then I'm
that was
let
that I'm sure was not part of the goal. So that really sucks. So then you had
it
to pick
wasn't.
up from there, huh?
Yeah,
So
it definitely wasn't part of the plan, because the plan was uh, to work for this company and give everything I got to climb my way up to the ladder
yeah.
and continue being the best auto claims adjuster that I could be.
Yeah.
But what happened when I was let go from the company, it was pretty devastating.
Mm-hmm.
It was a few months before COVID, and it was during the fall of 2019. So it's
Okay.
just
Pre-COVID.
a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I am, sitting in my apartment, and the company is saying to me, okay, we're going to have to let you go, but we don't know if we're going to let you go. We want you uh, to stay on an inactive status for a month until we make a decision.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
so I'm thinking to myself, oh, you know, I've got I've got a family to support. I've got
Mm-hmm.
bills to pay. I've got things I have to survive.
Yeah.
I have to survive. And if I don't go back to work for this company, how am I going to survive? And
Mm-hmm.
I can remember at nighttime just tossing and turning in my bed. It's just on my mind constantly. And I said to myself that, you know, let me just reassess where I am in my entire life, what I've
Yeah.
known my entire life. And, I thought about where I found myself in the insurance industry. And then I thought about what it is that I truly desire, what's really inside of me, and what do I gravitate towards? What do I,
Mm-hmm.
when I'm in my leisure time, what books do I read? What movies do I watch? What television shows do I look at?
Mm-hmm.
What YouTube videos? and I
Right.
and I found that all the videos that I looked at, all the books that I read were all in leadership, sales, and marketing. I wasn't,
Wow.
I didn't seek out books about auto about cars. A lot of my other coworkers, they were
Mhm.
underneath their cars on the weekends, working
Mhm.
on them and
Mhm.
and doing things related to cars. But that wasn't me. That wasn't me. I don't have a car and driver magazine subscription. I don't have a
Wow.
I don't have a mechanics magazine. I'm not subscribed to it. I don't watch the channel, but I'm still
Right.
in this, but I'm still in the industry. And I had to
Yeah.
ask myself, what is it that
Right.
I'm really doing? What is it that I'm really good at? And
Mhm.
and because I'm at this point where I can make a decision where I go in the future, where do I go from here?
Right. Of course.
Yes.
Wow. So you're right at this huge realization in your life that maybe what you were doing all along was interesting, and you were all in and you wanted to do your best, but maybe it wasn't where your heart and passion were. And you're realizing now you like sales and marketing. That's what you went to school for. Like that is a long-standing interest in you, and that's everything you're gravitating to. Wow. And it wasn't the auto industry, wasn't what you were doing.
No, it was.
So you come to this realization. So what happens next?
So what happens
What's going
next?
on? Yeah.
It's the traditional story. So I've never forget, it was Black Friday, and
Okay.
I'm on my phone swiping, and this ad comes across my screen for a free 4-week social media course. Huh.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Maybe someone was listening to me, or maybe maybe
Yeah.
Facebook had gotten into my mind. And
I
that's
think they
what
do. I think we've all been like indoctrinated where they have a direct line to what we're thinking because it always shows up in those ads. Of course, we know a little more about what that is nowadays that we're experienced people, but go ahead.
yes. So I didn't know about well, I didn't know much about the Facebook ad platform at the time. I
Uh-huh.
I I know that I would see these ads scrolling as I was scrolling on my feed doing other things, but I
Yep.
wasn't I wasn't familiar with it, and I wasn't very much involved in social media marketing at all. But this course did pique my interest, and I
Mhm.
decided that I would sign up for the free 4-week course. Now,
Mhm.
I didn't sign up for it right away. I saved the post, and I would
Uh-huh.
and I would come back to it later. And just to say this, that Facebook ads work.
There you go. I'm with you. I
Face,
bought a workout tool upstairs called the Stealth. I get it. Yep. When they're good, right?
yes, yes.
So you see this ad and you're just like, whoa, like you keep going back to it.
Yes,
You want to know more. You want to read everything and see if it's right for you. And
yes,
then you knew like you had to do this.
yes. So I signed up for the 4-week course, and I
Okay.
te- I took 2 courses at once. There was a social media marketing course, there was a digital marketing course, and I
Okay.
and I think what really what really caught my attention was on one of the trainings. It mentioned that the advertisers on Facebook spend over $237 billion on the platform
Staggering.
on a,
Wow.
on a yearly basis.
Yeah.
$237 billion are spent on the platform. I thought that was just unbelievable,
It
because
is unbelievable.
yes, because advertisers don't spend that much on a platform if they're not making money.
That's right.
So that means that if they're spending $237 billion, then how much are they making?
Yeah.
Those
Right.
are those are
Right.
probably, yeah, pretty huge numbers, numbers
Yeah.
that I thought were astronomical. There are
Wow.
over 4 billion active users on Facebook, and
Wow.
also the average rate of return for advertisers on the Google Ads platform is
Mhm.
somewhere in the 200% range. And
Wow. That's
and then
huge.
you find out that email marketing has a rate of return of over 400%.
Wow. That's staggering. Amazing.
Yes, yes, yes. So I I I heard these numbers and I was totally blown away. But
Mhm.
then, because I had experience in running a business before, so I did have experience running a business before, and it was an electronic store.
Okay.
It was a physical product that I had sourced from overseas, and
Mhm.
when I ran that business, I loved every moment of it. Every moment
Yeah.
of it. It ended up failing, and I think it failed for um, mostly just customer service. And I always said to myself that I would do it again, and there were a few things that I would do differently,
Mhm.
and I would have worked closer with the supplier to get a better product, because
Mhm.
the product that we had was it was electronic, so there were lots of defects,
Oh yeah.
and it overwhelmed me with the customer service. Uh,
Yeah, I can imagine that took so much of your time when it just like, why isn't this working right like it's supposed to? And you're dealing with the end of that. So I get it.
yes,
And that doesn't make you look good when you have to deal with customers that are unhappy. It's never
yes,
the goal. Right.
yeah,
Oh, that's rough.
yes,
Okay.
yes. So I said that, okay, if I wanted to go into business again, I don't want to have to worry about those customer service issues. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, and uh, and it's something that could be a high profit potential, and something
Mm-hmm.
that I can work anywhere, that I would be able to work anywhere.
Yeah.
So uh, throughout the time in this social media marketing course, in this digital marketing course, I did a YouTube search to find out how to make money online,
Right.
and that's the infamous search, how to make money online.
Yep.
You know, it's a joke amongst marketers that I think that's how everyone comes into the world, into the
Right.
online marketing world.
Yeah.
So I found myself, uh, you know, 4 hours deep into some YouTube videos,
Yeah. I get it. Been
showing
there.
me this this strategy was called affiliate marketing,
Mm-hmm.
and it was get a landing page, go to this website, get a few products that you can promote. And if you promote these products and they sell, then the company gives you a percentage, and you don't have to deal with customer service.
Right.
They,
It,
yeah, the company handles the customer service, and you don't carry any inventory.
right.
You carry no inventory. You don't have to deal with the customer service, but yet you get paid every time someone makes a purchase, and it doesn't cost that person anything extra.
No. Right. So that's really an exciting thing to realize that you can have like you don't have the overhead of the business and the inventory and the customer complaints if, hopefully there are none, but it might happen or returns or just like that's all taken away and you're just really a salesperson for this product and you can just step into there's a lot of companies that offer this, right? So you can just step in, sell their product, benefit from it, and walk away anytime you want. There's really no contract there. And if it works for you, great, you stay on. And if it doesn't, maybe you go and find the next thing. That's like the gold mine of the internet. That's
Yeah,
like right? That's like the gold
Yes.
rush. Like that's the big excitement is affiliate marketing. But like you said, there's a learning curve behind it. And I believe that's part of what you're doing, correct? Is teaching people like how to access these opportunities as an affiliate marketer so they can do what you're doing.
Yes. Yes.
Very cool.
Yes. During that 4 hours, I deep dive into those YouTube videos. I was told that all I needed was a landing page, an uh, email autoresponder, and then buy, buy these leads from a
Yeah.
company and just send them, and they're going to buy, buy, buy. There's going to
Oh
be
no.
money raining down from the sky.
Here it comes. Get my baskets. Oh no. I get this weird feeling that maybe the traffic part of this, did it pan out? Was it legit?
Well, it's funny because because I wrote about this in a blog post, and during the time I am documenting, I'm actually documenting this
Cool.
journey. So
Good.
I actually have captured video of me sitting there at the computer, putting in all the information they're telling me. And then
Yeah.
I have documentation of me on the laptop just waiting.
Yeah. Because you're so excited. Like it's gonna start. It's gonna happen. Like, where is it? Where is it? Come on. I
Uh,
put it out there. It's gotta have like somebody. Come on. Right? You're
Look,
like, hello.
this guy is showing screenshots of thousands of dollars a day.
Yes.
He's showing screenshots with 20,000, 30,000. Oh, so I know my account's going to be full pretty
Oh
soon.
man, you are like, how am I gonna sleep tonight? I'm so excited.
Yes.
Yeah, I get that.
So
Oh my gosh.
so needless to say, my bank account did not increase significantly. As a
Right.
matter of fact, it went in the negative because I paid
No.
for these people to come in. I what happened was I did learn the importance of growing an actual email list.
Yeah.
So I did gain some subscribers on my email list.
Mm-hmm.
And to be completely honest, I have to say that, okay, maybe the money didn't come up front,
Mm-hmm.
but over time, it could, it could pay off.
Yeah.
It could
Right.
pay off, especially as long as those the people that you've gained on your customer list remain on your customer list. So
Mm-hmm.
I learned that also is that it really matters how much you pay to acquire that lead and on your list, and it may
Mm-hmm.
not pay off right away, but if you can continue to market to them, and you can continue to market to them, it could bring a return. But
Right.
at that time, I did not understand that. What I saw
Mm-hmm.
was a failed attempt. I saw a
Yeah.
failed attempt, and I still believed in the process. I still believed that there was an opportunity with this business model to be very successful online. And I really loved the business model. And as a result of doing this landing page, I was introduced to ClickFunnels.
Ah, the golden mecca, the real place you need to be. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Wow. I gotta say, I didn't have that experience that you had, but I'll tell you, even though it was maybe more sham than good, maybe some good will come out of the leads. But the thing is really to go through that experience has completely was a learning experience. Completely
Yes.
changes the way you behave and do business today because you learned from that. So it wasn't a loss, even though at the time when it wasn't hitting the bank account, you're like, what did they, like, is this, they didn't tell me the reals, like they sham me, but but you learn, you get so much value, probably more valuable. And a good time to do that was before you actually, you know, really established your business, but maybe it helped direct you to where to go next.
Right. Right. I take things, some people will count things as a failure. Some people will say I won or I lost. But
Mm-hmm.
for me, I'll either win or learn something. You either
Good. It's
you
good
either
you see
win,
it that way.
you either win or you learn something. And
Yeah.
then and from that learning, you can make adjustments to get the results that you want.
Yeah. It's
Get the
about
res-
not giving up and reckon the fact that you recognize that will always push you forward. That's
yes,
important.
yes,
Absolutely.
yes. Failure sounds like a sentence.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds
Yeah.
like a sentence,
But it's
and
not. It's an
I
opportunity.
think I said that I wrote something recently, and I said that entrepreneurs succeed because they fail more times than others are even willing to try.
Mm-hmm.
We fail. A lot of times it's not what's shown on the big screen.
That's right.
It's
Yeah.
not.
That $20,000 day. Yeah.
Yes, but what
It,
we didn't see is that what led up to those days. And
that's
we don't
right.
and we don't see that they had these huge audiences, or we don't see how they were promoting it, and that they had a huge team to go along with it. But
Mm-hmm.
those are that's the difference, because we were talking about it earlier about learning things in school
Yeah.
and actually
Do them.
applying them in real life.
Mm-hmm. For
Yes,
sure. For sure.
yes,
Man. So you found ClickFunnels.
yes, I did.
And what were you like skeptical of it because of what you just had experienced?
Well, finding ClickFunnels, and I'll never forget the email that I got from ClickFunnels. And
Mm-hmm.
here was the title of the email that got me to open.
Let's hear it.
It said, want a free t-shirt?
Oh, that's hilarious. I still never got my free t-shirt.
I never got mine either.
I'm gonna be getting mine at the FHL Funnel Hacking Live though. Can't wait to get some swag. But
Yes.
side note,
So there, write that one down. That's
yeah.
or want a whatever, want a free blank,
But
but
wait, because people love free
free.
stuff.
Yes. Yes.
I'm gonna try that today.
Yes, do it. That was a golden nugget. And I still have that email saved, but it said, want a free t-shirt. Oh yes, I'm clicking.
Yeah.
Click. Open that
Heck
email
yeah.
right up. Yes, I want a free t-shirt. I want a free, yeah. Yeah, that you can use that one.
Yeah.
so,
Right. Thank you.
so so I opened the email, and it mentioned that all I had to do was attend an onboarding
Mhm.
video to explain more about the ClickFunnels software. And I said, okay, I'll attend a 30-minute webinar for a free
Yeah.
t-shirt. So it was worth it to me. And during that presentation, they mentioned the One Funnel Away Challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the One Funnel Away Challenge. And they talked about how there are marketing skills that you can learn to make it successful. And I believe that there was uh, a profitable business model, and that this business model could work, but I just needed to learn how to do it the proper way. Because what I learned from this YouTuber was a tactic. It was not the overall strategy, or it wasn't setting goals. It wasn't having a plan, and
Yeah.
it wasn't learning those skills that you need as a marketer to be successful online. And
Yeah.
the
That's,
training was $100.
yeah.
As I'm definitely willing to invest $100, which is way, there was so much more value in that training than the
Yeah.
$100. It's ridiculous that they're even selling it for $100.
Yeah.
Normally, it normally can go for upwards of $4,000 or $5,000. But
Easily.
yeah, I went to the training. I was that's where we met.
Yeah, it was where we met. And wasn't the training impressive that, like, I knew it was 30 days and I thought, oh, like you're just going to get a little tidbit here and there. Like, wow, no, you are fully submersed for a few hours a day. And then, assignment, like, I mean, it didn't feel like, it wasn't really like homework. It was like, man, I want to do this because I want to go to the next step tomorrow. Like, yeah, it wasn't it so exciting that the amount, like you said, the amount of value is mind-blowing, mind-blowing. I sat there and thought, I don't know if I want to spend $100. Like, we're really watching our money. That was, because there's everything under the moon you see on the internet. You don't know where, like, you just want, like, you don't mind paying if you know you're getting the right source, the real deal. Like,
Mhm.
that's what I loved about the OFA, is that it's it's the whole skeleton of what you need to do to go ahead and take that and put it online and be successful.
Yes.
This was the place to start, for
I
sure.
At the time, because it was new, I was skeptical also, but I knew I needed help, and I knew that I would not be able to do this alone, and
Mm-hmm.
I was willing to pay for some help. Um, After reading the reviews, and I saw the 30 days, and these can be considered life coaching. They could be
Mm-hmm.
considered coaching, daily
Yeah.
accountability. And then there was the group that was filled with other like-minded and other aspiring entrepreneurs that were in the same they were in the same part of their journey where you are, and you're
Yeah.
able to go through and share this experience. I, After going through it, I now absolutely believe that this is the best training that anyone could ever take
It
when
really is.
starting an online business. And I believe
Mm-hmm.
that without a doubt, 100%, fully. I've gone through it. I've gone through it
Yeah.
again. And
I've
when
gone
I
through it 3 times.
yes,
It's
and
amazing.
when I go through the training,
Mm-hmm.
I I continually get uh more out of it. I
Mm-hmm.
still get more out of it today.
Yeah.
It's like it's like having a peanut butter jar
Yeah.
that's empty, but you
Uh-huh.
still just keep scraping off the inside.
It is. I think depending, like the best part, like I said, I went through it 3 times. You went through it twice. The thing, like wherever you're at in your needs, like maybe you grasped a couple of the, or hopefully more, but some of the concepts, but you need to hear them again. You're able to know like what to expect. You're putting it into practice, and you can move your business that much more forward. And each time you're like, for me, the first time, I didn't realize, oh, I would need like videos and content to stick into my funnel. I had no idea even what a funnel was before that. So like each time you redo it, you're able to advance. By the time I was in the third challenge, there was a point where they said, post your funnel. And I was the first one out of our entire group of, I don't know, 2,000 people or something, that I was the first one with a completed funnel. I wanted to show that off. But I was able to do that because I had the experiences of the prior, going through the motions. I mean, it's learning. It's learning and implementation. It's not just learning.
Oh, 100%. And
Yeah.
yes, if you will practice, if you will implement and practice the skills that are taught inside of that training, you cannot see where you cannot not see results.
Right. It's
I
like
don't
you
think it's
cannot
possible.
fail. I know.
Exactly.
Failure is
Exactly.
not an option here, you
Yes.
know?
But you just have to implement and practice.
Yeah.
Practice.
Yeah. And keep going till you get it. Because the exciting thing is this world of the internet. Like when I've been at a sporting game and you see all the seats in the arena, and I don't know what they hold, 40, 80,000, or who knows, depending on where you're at. But the thing is, like, or like now I even think of this when I'm out driving in my car and I look at all the traffic and I think, wow, if just I had 10% of this traffic coming in, like it's like an endless ocean of availability of people waiting to buy from you. Like you just have to get your product in front of the right people that are looking for what you want, give them something that resonates, and they're going to take it. And that's what this OFA challenge, the One Funnel Away challenge, allows you to do, is to create that online product that you can
Mhm.
then take and put in front of people, and people will bite. Like it's like handing food out. Like some people might like your popcorn and some will walk by and not want it, but you're going to have people bite.
Yes,
And
yes,
like what's so exciting is like it's endless opportunity. It's so exciting. Whether you're
yes,
affiliate marketing or whether you're, selling your own product or selling as a coach or information, like there is a place for everyone on the internet, and it's like nonstop uh, opportunity.
yes, yes. And the One Funnel Away challenge, I'll tell people that the main promotion is for you to use the software, the ClickFunnels software.
Mm-hmm.
But however, the skills that are taught in
Oh yeah.
the One Funnel Away can be applied in regular business,
Oh yeah.
in a regular brick and mortar business, because they are marketing skills and they're the skills that will lead customers from complete, like you said, driving down the highway and all of these thousands of people. It will help you to get your message in front of them, to grab their attention, to bring them into your world. And then that's when you're able to actually take them through your sales process using the funnel. And
Yeah.
and we know what the funnel does. The funnel gives you the ability to make more per customer that comes in, because
That's right.
yeah, the sales funnel comes in and it takes that customer that we always use the example of McDonald's. When
Mhm.
you come into the drive-through and McDonald's gets you into that drive-through with a 69-cent cheeseburger. But
That's right.
as soon as you go to that teller, they're going to ask you, would you like to upsize that?
That's
Would you
right.
like fries to go with that?
That's right.
We've got a apple pie, and I love their apple pies, by the way.
I know. I like the cherry for
So
sure.
McDonald's goes from making 8 cents to
Mhm.
making $1.34, which is 10 times the
Mhm.
profit. And
Yeah.
that's the beauty of having the funnel. And
Yeah.
yeah, it works.
Wow.
The principles work whether you're in a an online business, or whether you're running a bakery, or whether
Yeah.
you're running a dog grooming. And I have just dove into it 1,000%, and I
Mhm.
am a funnel hacker.
I am a funnel hacker. All right. So this is mind blowing to think about for a moment.
Uh-huh.
Okay, picture like your local McDonald's, and there's always off the main road. So the main road's busy, busy traffic, right? But you go and you drive through their little parking lot. You're routed into the funnel where you can't back up and leave. You're in the ordering queue, right? So you
Yes.
place your order and you're stuck there, and they do their upsells. They'd be silly not to. Could you imagine how much business they miss out on if they didn't do their upsells, if they didn't do their add-ons? It's like it's a literal funnel. Your
Yeah.
cars are funneled through the factory of McDonald's, and you're buying the upsells and adding on. It's
They
brilliant marketing.
they'd
It's
probably be
perfect
out of
design
business.
of a drive-through. It's brilliant.
Yes. Yes. And
You
and uh
can't
and
leave. You are in that little lane till
yes,
you
and
your stuff.
now funnels are everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are
If
everywhere, but that's because as people are learning, they make so much sense, and they're actually the tool that you need for internet marketing. It doesn't work any other way. Sure, you can try, but like
yes.
they give the grand example, a website. People show up at your website, but there's no one there. There's no tour guide. There's no one saying, "Hey, how can I help you? Oh, you want the green shirt? Let me take you over to where the green shirts are." And then they ask you your size. Like the funnel walks you through that shopping experience so you get exactly what you want.
Yes.
Or even better, clever marketing, you click on a Facebook ad because something looks cool and you're in this funnel and you never, like, I bought that stealth board upstairs. I would have never thought in a million years I'd want something to plank on, but I thought it was such a cool device that they took me through their sales process. They told me all the benefits, how to use it, why people love it. I had to have it. It's
Yes.
like they make you feel walking through a funnel like it's a no-brainer. You'd be dumb not to buy this. And they're giving you free bonuses. Funnels are
Yes.
great. I'm a funnel hacker. I'm a geek right along with you.
Yes. But the funnel helps you. It actually serves the
Yeah,
customer. So
absolutely.
if you're going through a funnel and you are buying a barbecue grill.
Hmm.
Now, you could buy a barbecue grill on its own, but
Hmm.
if you can get the barbecue grill, the charcoal, the utensils, the
That's right.
cover, and if you can
Hmm.
get all of those in a complete package at a reduced price, then
Yeah.
you are serving the customer because they're
Yeah.
getting more of what they love.
That's
So
right.
it's definitely a win-win situation for the
Yeah.
customer as well as the business.
Yeah. It's the ultimate goal is just to serve your customers. But it's the
Yes,
best part of it is that you're able to do it with a funnel and you're able to actually get your customers walking out with what they wanted. And if they don't want it, they can say no. But you
exactly.
can give them the complete package. That's what's so awesome. I mean, that's what selling online is all about. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And it's always exciting to see the new things that are being offered out there,
Yeah.
the new ways that people are uh, doing their funnels, like with the .com secret summit, and you see
Hmm.
all these new funnel strategies, from the
Yeah.
invisible funnels to donation funnels to uh,
I
donation
know that one.
request funnels. Yes, yes. It's it, and to think that funnels are still unknown by
To
about
so many.
98% of the population.
Yes,
90,
that's
nine,
what's mind
about
blowing.
98% of the population still thinks that funnels are what you use to put oil in the
Right.
in your
Exactly.
engine.
Isn't that
Oh,
funny? And it seems so unbelievable because we're in it. We love it. We're like geeks about it. We are funnel hackers. And so it's hard to believe that there's so many people who don't know about this. Like everyone, everyone needs to know about this. They need it.
Everyone will know about funnels. It's a matter of, will you be in the funnel, or will you be the ones making money
Right.
from the funnels?
That's right.
Will you be a funnel hacker, or will
Mhm.
you be taking advantage of the products inside of a funnel?
Right.
Now, if you are a business owner, an entrepreneur, or you want to be in the entrepreneur space, then funnels are
Mhm.
an absolute must for you and your business. To
That's right.
for There are currently over 250,000 funnel hackers in the community, and that number is growing exponentially. I
Hmm.
anticipate there will be, I'm thinking there'll probably be close to 1 million in that
Yeah.
group at one time. So it is growing. And the question is, will you be a part of it? Will you be a part of that growing movement and the funnels that are necessary to run a business, an online business today?
Hmm. It's the bottom line of it is get online. You
Yes.
need to get online. You need a funnel. And Mark, you are the person to take someone through that experience, whether they're interested in affiliate marketing or just how to sell their products or coaching services. You are the person to contact to show them the way. And that's why I was so excited to be able to interview you. I was so excited to be able to share you with my group of people and
It's
to
been a
let people
pleasure.
know that this exists. And Mark, you're the person to contact to learn how to get started. Where do I start? What's this all about? That's it's awesome. And really appreciate your time coming on to share your knowledge about this and to let people know that there is a way, and there's a correct way. And like you said, you had a really bad experience of maybe doing it the wrong way with your YouTuber. And of course it's a learning lesson, which those are always gold, but at the same time you kind of want to be on the right track, doing what you need to do, not kind of wasting time doing these things that you think are right. Like you need a clear, moralistic, conscientious guide, and that's what you provide with your service with the mental marketer, is you show people the way. And that is just an invaluable commodity for people to have at their hands, is to have a guy like you who can offer a full service package or hand holding, or I'll just show you how and you can do it yourself. It's really cool.
Oh yes. I've recently, when I went through the One Funnel Away challenge the last time,
Hmm.
I had I went through it inside of my private Facebook group. And
Okay.
each day I put together a complete synopsis of the day. And I added my extra experience into to that day. So
Yeah.
and I also did some deep dives into some of the strategies that were being taught. And what I love to do is, I don't just listen and learn. I
Hmm.
implement and I test. I
Yeah.
implement, I implement and I test, and I show the results, real life results from actually posting things
Hmm.
inside on the page and seeing the results and what impact it has on the results. And one really uh, surprising thing that I found was just one of the things that I found was the Facebook page and how important it is to have a Facebook page. You'd hear so much online, people saying Facebook pages are dead. Facebook pages were once popular, but now Facebook is moving away from giving those pages organic reach.
Mm-hmm.
But inside of the training, the One Funnel Away, they were teaching to open a Facebook page to generate traffic.
Yeah.
So I didn't go into it with the mindset that, oh, what are they teaching? I went into it and I said, okay, this is what they're teaching. Let's see what they're doing. And I went behind the scenes and I looked at what they were doing, and the engagement that they were getting on their page was astronomical.
Wow.
It made me say, so what everyone else is saying, but here I see information that's showing that someone is getting great engagement. So let's dive into this deeper. And I went into it deep dive. I called the video, I called it, we see what they're teaching, but what are they doing? And can we sell without ads? And I did the deep dive. I went into the page, I looked at the engagement, because there are options where you can go back and look at posts. You can spy on your competition.
Right.
So
yes.
you can see exactly what they're doing. You can see what ads they're running. You can see where the engagement is coming from. So I did a few of those real deep dives and gave some behind the scene looks and some additional tips and strategies on a few things that are actually inside the training. And I offer this as a bonus when someone signs up for the One Funnel Away Challenge inside of my group.
Wow, that sounds like a huge value.
Oh,
That
yes.
sounds like if you guys want to, learn about online marketing, try the One Funnel Away challenges, definitely do it through Mark, because you will get these wonderful bonus, a deep dive, to
Yes.
see if what they're saying is true, and it's to see like how much further you can take this and experience it and make it work for your business. Wow, that's invaluable.
Right.
That is a great offer.
Right. One thing that I learned from my experience with the failed attempt at online marketing is when you understand the overall strategy, then you can be successful. But when you try a tactic and it doesn't work, it can leave you wondering, what did I do wrong? And it's not that you did something wrong. It may be that you don't understand the entire strategy, and you may just need to adjust something that you've done in your tactic to get the result that you want. And that's where I like to bring in my experience to help others who are on the path where I was. And if I can help them to get through those roadblocks, that's what I provide inside the private Facebook group.
Wow. That's
and
awesome.
and
What's your do they only can people only become a member of your private Facebook group if they do the One Funnel Away challenge through you, or how do they access your private Facebook group?
Well, my private Facebook group is for anyone that wants to join.
Okay.
It's you do not have to have joined the One Funnel Away challenge. I do offer a free I have a one-time offer for free access to my I have a lower membership area and I have an upgraded membership area.
Okay.
The lower tier membership area, which runs $47 a month, I give a one-time offer for free lifetime access when you answer the few questions to get inside the group. And that's one time. And you'll get one email with access, and you'll take advantage of it. I have quite a quite a few members in there. I do update it regularly. I'm consistently posting content inside the group, helpful videos, demo videos. I have a series of speakers and interviews that we bring inside the group. We bring value. We help entrepreneurs with mindset, really, and also with marketing skills.
Wow. So you
Yeah,
really you providing a complete platform, a complete package for people to just really submerge themselves in online learning. And it sounds like you've created a really great community, which people can then, like having that sense of community when you're all going through a common task and challenges, and to be there to talk it out and work your way through and come up with unique angles. Having that is really invaluable. And that sure sounds like the community you're building and providing, along with all these awesome bonuses and tidbits and knowledge and everything everyone's going to gain out of working with you. That's really a great platform. I certainly hope that you share these links when we post this, so that everyone can access you that would like to become a part of your Facebook group and follow along and get all this value for free, and to find this community of support, along with possibly, giving you a try. And like you said, that one opportunity you get in the beginning for the lifetime package is the way to do it. Sounds like it's the way to take advantage and have that community built around you, and to have the support. Because one thing we know about entrepreneurship is it can be lonely and it can be long hours till you get everything in place. And it is a large amount of information to learn. And, although you learn from your YouTuber, you also learn that he was just like one piece of a puzzle, where doing the one funnel away challenge, or excuse me, the one funnel away challenge with you, you're learning the entire puzzle. And you're
yes,
coming back with like bonus add-ons that are really going to help people get the value out of that puzzle, which is, building the funnel and showing how to implement. And, getting traffic to that funnel is a whole nother challenge that you sound like you support and tackle. And what a great way to get started with internet marketing than doing it with Mark Douglas here. I really appreciate your time. And can you let everyone know like all the different ways they can find you online and contact you? I think that would be helpful.
Oh, yes, yes. You can find me on Facebook, Mark Douglas. There are quite a few Mark Douglases out there, but if you put Mark Douglas Houston, I'll show up fairly quickly. That's my personal Facebook page. You can find me. My business page is The Mental Marketer. It's the same as my name there on the right there on the screen, on the Zoom screen, says The Mental Marketer. That's my Facebook page. That's also my Instagram page, is at The Mental Marketer. And my private Facebook group, you can search for Funnel Building 101.
Love it.
Funnel Building 101.
Awesome.
And the banner will say the newest art and science of funnel building. And we'd love to have you inside the group. I'm pretty much accessible by instant messenger anytime. And I'm always here to serve. I'm always here to serve. So it's really about what goals that you have and how can I help serve your goals, help you to reach your goals. And we have an awesome group of entrepreneurs inside the group. I love how they're active and helpful. And we've got a lot of exciting things coming up to help you to start and grow your online business.
Wow.
And also our YouTube channel, The Mental Marketer. So
Yeah.
the mental marketer, yes.
Wow, what a great rounded out resource. Pretty much can find you on all the platforms. That's important because everyone has their own favorites. And Mark, I really appreciate your time and like all your golden nuggets of information and the excitement of sharing with us about online marketing and how to get started and how to have the support behind you and have an awesome community built around you. That is fabulous. You keep doing good. You keep doing what you're doing because you're serving and you're a good person and a good heart and you care, and that really comes through in just getting to know you a little. I appreciate your time that you've taken to let us get to know you, and it's great to have Houston. We got a problem solver, and it's Mark Douglas.
I
We are
love that.
just thrilled to have spent some time with you. And as always, I enjoyed talking with you. I enjoyed that we have grown a friendship and look forward to seeing you in September at Funnel Hacking Live. That's
Yes.
awesome.
See ya.
All right. All right, Mark. We'll see you and thanks for your time. Okay. It's been
Okay.
great.